Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Let's get open for business here and let's wake up the football gods up there. And I hope everybody's doing good because right now, hump day is over. We're 127 days, 41 minutes, and 30 seconds away from kickoff of the 2019 season. And time keeps on slipping. I mean, guys, when I got that clock, it was 226 days. 99 days have gone by since that. It seems like it was just yesterday it came in the mail. And I got to tell you, I'm as excited as can be. Now, this is just an exercise in fertility, okay? Fertility. I may have mispronounced that. Forgive me if I got it wrong, but you understand what I mean. The disrespect that the Dallas Cowboys constantly get is just amazing to me. And a lot of our fan base falls into this whole thing. Power rankings and polls don't mean jack because it literally changes by the week. And we always have the off-season champion, And I'm going to tell you, the Cleveland Browns, to me, are the dream team, or will be the dream team of the Eagles. You'll remember back when the Eagles had Vince Young and Mike Vick. They got Nnamdi Asomugha. I think they got Rodgers to Cromartie and all these guys. They had all of these free agents. And Vince Young famously said that we're like the dream team. Yeah, but that dream team turned into be a nightmare. Because here's the problem, and we learned this last year ourselves. Bringing in new people take time to get used to a new system and get used to playing with each other and keeping everybody happy and so forth. We had growing pains. You remember how we couldn't pass the ball, Cole Beasley was, we're running our routes and stuff, don't blame us and things and yada, yada, yada. But he came on as the season went on, as well as Michael Gallup. It takes time to develop chemistry. And when you have a powder keg like Odell Beckham, that dynamic is not going to be as good as you think. And even though people have them as, they're going to win the AFC, North or E or whatever. They're going to win their division, okay? I don't think so. I think Baltimore's going to be better. I think Pittsburgh's going to be better now that they got rid of the cancers that they had. You're going to see those teams step up. And Cleveland is still Cleveland. But it's funny because we're looking at the power polls, and I'm going to do this exercise for the fun of it, okay? And as much talk and play as the Redskins and things are getting, here's the early look at this. Of course, we say Miami Dolphins are the worst, okay? After getting Josh Rosen. Arizona Cardinals, of course, getting Murray. They're awful. New York stinking Giants. Well, hate to tell you, Rasheed, they got them ranked currently at 32nd. Now, those three might be right because those are literally the bottom of the basement. The Bengals, well, they got issues, but I think they're going to be better than that. The Washington Redskins, wow. They have the Redskins at 28th after getting Haskins, after all the moves they've made on defense and stuff. Interesting. Okay. The Raiders, after having 3 number 1 picks, okay, 27th. So they still think they're a dumpster fire. Interesting. The Jets, well, we know the Jets are always there, so that's an easy one. We got the Denver Broncos and, John Elway. Just because you're a great player does not mean you make a great GM. Tampa Bay, well, Tampa Bay is Tampa Bay. The Lions, well, 50-year curse. Tennessee Titans, So they're thinking the Titans are going to take a step back, down to 22. Okay, I can get that. Carolina Panthers, well, you don't know how Cam Newton's shoulder's going to be, so let's keep on going. Seattle Seahawks with Russell Wilson, highest paid player in the NFL. They got him at 20? Really? So they think they're going to regress? Okay. The Ravens? They got Lamar Jackson as a quarterback. They've had a really good draft and stuff, but they think they're going to be 19th. Okay. The Bills. They think the Bills are going to be better this year? Oh, it must be because they got Cole Beasley there. So they got the Bills at 18. All right. Okay. Well, what's interesting on this, of course, is you notice that the Patriots division, all of their opponents are in the bottom half of the league. Makes it a little easier for them. Ooh, the Falcons, 17. Ugh. I guess Brethren won't be happy about that one. His Falcons that low? Oh my goodness. He was touting last year how high they were. The 49ers. Well, they got Nick Bosa. And this jury's still out in my mind on Jimmy Garoppolo coming back from injury at 16. Okay, so they're saying they're about in the middle of the road. I'll give you that. Minnesota Vikings with Kirk Cousins. That team that was at the NFC Championship just 2 years ago. 15th, definitely middle of the pack. Okay. The Steelers. Okay. I think they're moving up a little bit from where they finished last year. Houston Texans, playoff team last year. Think they're going to drop back a little bit. Okay, 13. Jaguars, they think with Nick Foles at quarterback are going to move back up. Well, they do have a great defense. They got my man Calais Campbell. Okay, I can see that. Figuring that Nick Foles will be a better quarterback than Blake Bortles. Okay, I got you. Kansas City, whoa. Kansas City, you mean Kansas City that's the high-flying offense that have now actually tried to get some defensive players? You know, they got safeties and they had a great draft on defense. So you're thinking they're going to step back after all the points they scored last year? Interesting. Wow. We've gotten all the way down to 10, and yet we haven't got the Dallas Cowboys? Oh, there we are. Dallas Cowboys. Now, keep in mind, we won our division. We won a playoff game, which is a rarity for our Cowboys. And let's see what they have to say about us. It's hardly news to say the Dallas Cowboys has aspirations of playing in the Super Bowl this year. The Cowboys have aspirations of playing the Super Bowl every year, as does, I think, every team. This year, though, those expectations are real. The Cowboys have one of the better defenses in the NFL and took steps at keeping things that way, signing top pass rusher DeMarcus Lawrence in a massive extension. The addition of wide receiver Amari Cooper seems to have made the worth of the first-round pick cost to the Cowboys worth it. But those aspirations also come with considerable pressure. The Cowboys aren't swimming in cap space, and large extensions for Cooper, quarterback Dak Prescott, and tailback Zeke Elliott, and the exception of some offensive line depth insurance and Connor McGovern, there wasn't much done in the draft that was going to significantly alter the team's fortune in 2019. The Cowboys will be a good team in 2019, arguably the best in the NFC East. The team championship window is open. How long will that window stay open is another matter. That leaves the Cowboys with precious little margin for error. Okay, so let me see if I get this straight. They said we had a really good defense last year. They said that we're arguably the best team in our division, right? That we have aspirations for a Super Bowl, right? And our biggest problems are having to pay our quarterback, Amari Cooper, and Zeke Elliott. Now, I believe those guys are already signed for next year, that they can't not play next year. I believe that's the case. So that has no bearing on the 2019 season as far as if you do or don't have any, right? Okay. All right. So be that as it may. At least they have us at top 10. Top 10 is a playoff team, so we're feeling good about that. And lo and behold, at number 9, Aaron frickin' Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Say what? Aaron Rodgers, who has had an injury problem, he played all last season, but was injured. The coach got fired. They haven't been in the playoffs since 2016. They had a losing record last year, but somehow you think they're going to be better than the Cowboys? Wait. Let's see what they have to say about them. The Green Bay Packers would likely just as soon forget the 2018 season ever happened. Despite having Aaron Rodgers under center for 16 games after an injury-marred 2017, the Packers won just 6 games, the team's fewest victories in a decade. That miserable season had consequences, namely the firing of longtime head coach Mike McCarthy. As Matt LaFleur prepares to coach his first NFL game, he's in something of an enviable position among this year's new head coaches. Depth at wide receiver behind Devontae Adams is a question mark because, we got Randall Cobb. But there's plenty of offensive talents in Tinseltown for healthy Aaron Rodgers to do some damage. Randall Cobb has gone to the Dallas Cowboys, but there's still a young wideout corpse that shows flashes, and veteran tight end Jimmy Grant, who's really old, and young tailback Aaron Jones, who might actually get to touch the ball now. Green Bay also took a buzzsaw to the defense in the offseason. Okay? So, I'm trying to understand. Wide receiver depth is a question mark. Aaron Rodgers has been injured. You have a rookie head coach, and a buzzsaw has been going to your defense. So explain to me how a team that was 6-10 last year is ranked better than the Cowboys, who were 10-6, and a playoff team with a playoff win. Here's what was interesting. This is almost comical. So I went back to last year's ratings. At our Dallas Cowboys at 14 after having a 9-7 record. And here's what they said about our Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys didn't address their pass catchers until the third round. And while they have other needs, the weapons around Dak Prescott are looking pretty light. Dez Bryant was released. Jason Witten is headed to the broadcast booth. And those two rank first and third on the Cowboys' all-time receiving touchdowns list. Rank 14. The record the year before, 9-7. So last year they said we weren't going to do much. But here's where it gets interesting. As I look at this, I don't know if you can see this, guys. And I'll pull this up a little bit more. What's amazing is they had the Green Bay Packers rated 9th last year too, after having a 7-9 season. Post-free agency rankings. The Packers used their first two picks on defensive backs, just as they did in 2015 and 2017. They have also allowed the second most passing touchdowns last season, so that its investment will start to pay off immediately. Aaron Rodgers will return. This team should do well. So they were 7-9 the year before, and they immediately said they were going to be 9th ranked again. They were 6-10 this past year, and they say they're the 9th ranked team. So clearly, this is a popularity contest. Here's another one that kind of got me here too. The Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns that I don't think the new Cleveland Browns have ever sniffed the playoffs. Now, granted, they were better last year, okay? They got close to 500. Cleveland Browns senior manager John Dorsey is trying to set the speed record for turning an NFL tomato can into a contender. The Browns already went from 0-16 to 7-8-1 in Dorsey's first-year GM. Then once again attacked the roster, swinging a pair of marquee trades with the New York Giants that brought edge rusher Oliver Vernon and wide receiver Odell Beckham to Northeast Ohio. Now let me ask you, what did the New York Giants win with those guys? I'll wait. That's what I thought. Then despite not having a first-round pick in 2019, Dorsey was able to land first-round talent LSU cornerback Greedy Williams, who fell to their lap at 46. It wasn't that long ago the Clowns were the NFL punchline, one of the most hapless franchises in all sports. Now this team is an odds-are favorite to win the AFC North, and enthusiasm has swept through the fan base like wildfire. Of course, the enthusiasm brings with something else, something that has been foreign to Cleveland essentially since the team returned to the NFL 2 days ago. The expectations to win. Really? So let me see if I got this straight. The Green Bay Packers, who have not had a winning season in the last 2 years, fire their coach, have holes at wide receivers, put a buzzsaw to the defense. You think they're going to be better than the Dallas Cowboys, who have had 3 winning seasons in a row and won their Division II in the last 3 years? Okay. You also think that the Cleveland Browns are going to be better than the Dallas Cowboys as well, having never been to the playoffs, having not had a winning season in, well, forever. Okay. They're the hot pick right now. Let's go on. The Philadelphia Eagles. Boom. It's Carson's show now. He hasn't always been the Carson show since he was like their number one pick? Oh, okay. In each of the last 2 years, the Philadelphia Eagles were forced to turn to backup Nick Foles after Carson Wentz suffered season-ending injuries. That won't be an option for this team in 2019. Foles will be leading the Jaguars this year. That makes Wentz's health the biggest potential concern looming over the team. It isn't the only one, with Jordan Hicks gone and middle linebacker spot iffy, and a trade of Michael Bennett was a blow to the defensive line. Okay. But the Eagles added D-line help in free agency by signing Malik Jackson and bringing in back Vinnie Curry and 2 of Philadelphia's 3 draft picks, Aaron Dillard and wide receiver J.J. Whiteside, were both excellent calls. If Carson's health holds up, Davenport said, the Eagles are as talented and best balanced as any team in the NFL. The Eagles also a battle-tested and well-coached as any club in the league. And with that said, there's no plan B in 2019 if Wentz goes down again. The Eagles are toast. Okay. Does anybody else feel disrespected completely? Didn't we beat that team twice last year? The Eagles twice? With our backs against the wall going to Philadelphia when we had to win or it was over in our season? Didn't we also win in a shootout in the fourth quarter in overtime against Carson Wentz? Dak Prescott, the 4th-round draft pick, the dink and dunk Dak, who threw for 467 yards. Yet, you say that the Eagles, the Doo-Doo Browns, and the Green Bay Fudge Packers are all ranked higher than the Cowboys? And here's where it even got even funnier. Now, talk about jokes. The USA Today, I can see why they're falling off a cliff. They rank the Dallas Cowboys as 15th. 15th. So when it comes to rankings, throw that crap out the window. This stuff doesn't even pass the smell test. Let's go through and finish this off. Eagles 7. The Bears. Okay. The Rams. Okay. The Colts. Okay. The Chargers. Okay. New Orleans. I'll give you that. And New England. Now, typically, the way these things go is they take the playoff teams from the year before and they put those basically as the high-ranked ones. Unless, of course, you are the Dallas Cowboys. I'm Mark Holmes, and as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing. Just trying to get a filter through all the bullshit. And don't forget, I've actually started a new channel. I don't have any content on it yet, but what we're going to be doing with it, I have to get 1,000 subscribers in order to live stream using my cell phone. But that's going to be like my work channel. So it's Don't Quit Cowboy Joe Boo Day Job. And I'll put the link in the description for that. And so we're starting to build that up. Sorry, still have a cold. So we have a backup channel as well as a channel we can kind of live stream so you guys can actually watch some of the things that we do at work. And, maybe you'll learn something, or maybe you just enjoy it, or maybe you just want to, bide some time. Whatever, we'll have that other channel and stuff going. So check it out, subscribe to it and all that. And as always, I appreciate all the support from everybody. I'm Mark Holmes, and I'll see you guys soon.